Hello, Nestor with Group 3. Welcome. Yes, this is another unboxing. I'm very excited about this product. It was leaked on the Sony channels a couple of months ago, and it was just at the right time. At that time, I was getting ready to order a brand new Sony a7S3. It is a mirrorless camera similar to my a7 III, which I'm actually filming right now. Just as I was about to order it, the leak came out. It was like heaven sent not to order that camera. I ended up pre-ordering the camera because the camera was not yet available on the market. Waited a few weeks, pre-ordered it, waited it, checked my cell phone every day. Let's go ahead and see what's in this darn box. I'm very excited. I'm actually very happy today. One, obviously, the toys, right, came in. But also today, I got my second dose of the coronavirus vaccine. My arm is a little bit sore. That's okay. Let's get with it. What is in the box? This is so exciting. Let's see that. See what it says? It's the Sony FX3. Why did you buy a cinema camera? Well, I will get to in a few minutes, but let's look unboxing right now. So right inside here, right from the get-go, there is a USB-C to USB cord, and of course your manuals, which is right in here. And so this is a crazy arm. So you have your charger right there, and your power cord, the infamous battery, and then obviously inside here is the camera. So let me move this box down. This is the new Sony FX3. This is actually bigger than I thought, and if you've seen my previous video on the Sony a7C, it's actually very similar to this body. There is no EVF because remember, this is a cinema camera, and what that means, let me just see if you can see that. If you notice, it says Cinema Line. This is a professional cinema camera. What will an amateur vlogger on YouTube use this professional cinema camera? The number one reason I purchased this camera is I wanted to learn how to use, or I wanted to film in a higher level, cinema level videos. I actually enjoy filming with my iPhone 12. Fabulous. Point, boop, go, nice, done. I wanted to learn the complexities of filming at a cinema professional level, and I also wanted to learn how to edit professional videos. What I'm trying to capture is professional videos, professional level videos using a codec called ProRes RAW. ProRes is a codec that is produced by Apple, and it's complicated because you have to have that specific camera, and you have to have a way to store those big files on that camera, and then you will have to be able to transfer it over to a computer that has the ability to edit those videos. So let's talk a little bit more, and I'm gonna focus more on this camera from above. When you look at the camera, so obviously here's the lens, right? This is where you would actually hold it. If you notice on the top where there's normally an EVF or your eyepiece, there's basically nothing there. But if you notice, there are actual holes on the top. Those are 1/4-20 holes, specifically to mount things. On top here, if you notice, there's a nice big record button. This here, in the old cameras, in the previous Sony cameras, this would turn on and turn off the actual power to the camera. This is now the zoom. You look real close. Those buttons have a specific labels on them. On the very top here is for iris, here is for white balance, this is for your ISO. Here's your toggle power switch for the different modes for the camera. And then of course your menu. You do have your custom buttons. So the custom button number 6 here, which I really like, is will actually record. So if you're filming and you're in front of the actual camera, you can actually hit that button and it will record. The other thing that I also like is when you hit record, there are specific lights that will turn on so that the camera will show you that it is recording. There is no you cannot mistake whether or not you're filming or nothing, because there are now 3 indicators. This button lights up, this indicator here lights up, and in the front this will also light up, which is really nice. Of course there is a flip out screen, right? And this screen is a 3-inch touchscreen, 1.4 million dot. More holes on the side so that you can mount things to this particular camera, plus the normal 1/4-20 on the bottom. This is the memory card slot. It's a dual slot CF Express Type A or dual slot SD cards. Memory cards are very specific. This camera does have the ability to film at 4K 120 frames per second, and you need a way to store that. On the side here is your full HDMI. There are actual vents on the bottom. Those vents is for active cooling. So there is a built-in fan here so that when the camera starts heating up, the fans will kick in. You can program it so that the fans are always on, or you can program it so that the fans are on, and then when you film, the fans turns off so that the fan noise does not interfere with your recording. The sensor, this camera does have a full frame CMOS sensor. You could see how it takes up the whole hole there. But interestingly enough, that sensor is only 12 megapixels. They're bigger. And when you have a bigger pixel, it is very, very light sensitive, which means the ISO on this camera can go from 80 to 102,000 natively, but it will go to an expanded 409,600, which is literally filming in the dark. Plus, it does have 15 stops of dynamic range. And then at 1080p, it will do 240 frames per second. So I'm very, very, very interested in doing that. There is picture profiles associated with it are also the gamma curves, which is the HLG and the Sony SLOG. I've never used those before. I will try them. Now let's look at this item. This is actually the audio input. Now, this will load up and it slides right on there. You screw down these screws, and now your camera has this handle with the XLR audio. This camera can record up to 4 channels of XLR sound. I wanted to show you one setup. This is the Atomos Ninja 5 with the 5-inch screen. On the back here is the this is the actual SSD. This setup here is going to be the most extreme. This is the Xeon Weeble S. It will capture images here, export into my Ninja V Atomos with the external drive. We're not in Kansas anymore, but yeah, that is definitely. That is it for now. This is Nestor Novio with Group 3. Thank you very much for your time. Hope you're having a great day.